Okay, so in this exercise, we're going to set the damper command. So that's the bit we looked at. That's that Modbus port 601. So change damper command 1 to a 1 in delta V, but watch Boolean point 601 in Niagara. Okay, to do that, I don't know why this keeps doing. To do that, we can go here and so this is the delta V IO. This is the Distech program. This is small. You guys see any better up there? Resolution is pretty rough right now. Okay, so these, I'm currently in debug mode. To get into debug mode, you hit this start button. So this is how you open it up. It'll come up, and then actually, let me just start from the beginning. Just go. Okay, so you're here. You're in your BACnet network. These are your list of devices that you see, and we're going to take a look at this device, Launch Wizard. That takes a little bit to open the FX program, but once it pops up, and put a port IO, hit this start button, which will take us into the debugging mode. We can see live values. So this has a thermometer hooked directly up to it. That's what's that it's measuring. But then the other thermometer in the system is coming in through this block. And what did I ask you to do? I asked you to look at this damper relay. So this is the block we're going to be monitoring. Unfortunately, I don't have two screens, so I'm going to have to flip back and forth. You see how this outputs a false? And we can go to the, what is that? Delta V side of things.
I noticed that earlier. It was sitting there open earlier today.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I'm not logged on. I'm not logged on, so it must be. It's maybe Christie's on. She's there.
Okay, I'm not logged on right now.
There it is. Okay, so go session line. Sorry about that. All right, so here's the damper command 1. Go back and check on this. This is still false. We go through. 1. Delta V. Takes a little bit to transfer. We have time to go back over here. And now change it to true. So, like I showed you before with that electrical wiring, that fan speed right above there should have changed to some percentage, right? Because they're in series. The relay, the fan speed is in relay with that damper. So, what does that mean? Well, come back over to delta V. We can see, well, what's this fan speed? Is 0. That's crazy. I didn't see that coming. But now, how is speed spelled wrong? Anyway. Here's the next exercise is to watch what hardware output 2, which is analogous to the speed of the fan. And I was going to have you change that to 50. So what we can do here, go here, and 1 speed, change that to 50. No, wrong button. Now it's 50%. That's the hardware output 2. And so now, what I want to do here, I'm actually going to do this one first. So the smoke detector, to verify that, you can come in here. You can see this smoke reference, smoke detector, the smokes, it's 0. And if I come in here, and I do have this hardwired at my desk, but I don't want to run all the way back there for something that's actually not that crazy cool. I just go to this override button. Set that to true, and then we can see that's now true. The smoke detector and speed went to 0. And in delta V, this is a 1. So we do get a little alarm in delta V that speed is already at 0. There's a 50 from that other exercise. If I change the smoker detector status back, we can see that it goes back to 50. Back to auto. There's the false. Amber opens, speed's back at 50%. And so now, what I'll show you is, I'll open up this one. I'm going to open up all 4 of the ECV 300s, and we're going to verify that if the temperature gets above the delta V set point, that all 4 dampers will open and fans will come. So you should be happy. Okay, so you saw the other 3 were all 0% false. All of them are on. Well, if I go ahead and I change the set point down to 60%, so right now it's 74. The temperature at my desk, there are 2 temperature readings. One has been reading about 67 all day, and the other one has been reading about 70 degrees all day. Not sure where the discrepancy comes from because it's sitting right beside each other, but it's there. There's a 3-degree gap. But I'm going to go ahead and change it to 60. So what that's going to do is that's going to send Distech all 4 of those boxes the fact that the delta V set point is now 60 degrees. So now if the temperature gets above 60 degrees, all 4 fans are going to turn on because it's too hot. Since they're at 67 and 70, all of them will turn on. This one goes to 80%, that goes to 60%. This one goes to 70%, and the other one was already on. So if you set it back to 74, those will go off. Because it's beyond the deadband as well, which is 1, as you can see. But normally they would, so if one temperature gets above 74, all of the fans will turn on, and they will not shut down until both of the temperature readings is below the set point and minus the